Mud racing at the Quad Cities Nationals in Davenport, Iowa also takes place on a harsh piece of real estate. And 92 NMRO points champion Glenn Seabold can vouch for that. It would be a rough visit for Mr. Seabold during his stay at the Mississippi Valley State Fairgrounds. In paddle tire competition, Farlane once again this time, he pays the wall a visit. But Glenn wasn't the only one to feel the wrath of the Mississippi mud. Sometimes mud is fun, sometimes it's not so much fun. Here's a serious matter involving Ben Medina into Farlane. Through the barrier into the concrete wall. Now you can see him reach down in the cockpit to unfasten the harness system. Now from this in-zone replay, it's very strange, but it looks like he never corrects. He gets out of shape after he went through the timing lights, and like a kamikaze pilot, heads right straight for the water barriers and then the concrete wall. The car comes apart, but the roll cage protecting the driver is intact. Now here is the ISO of Medina. You don't really see it, but one could speculate that maybe he got hit in the face with a glob of mud. He never makes a move to correct and drives right straight to the barricade. The fiberglass body is tossed off. The front end is peeled away. Both sets of axles separate from the frame, much like an Indy car. The parts are flying all over the place, but the protective cocoon that is the roll cage in the cockpit intact, and that's why this driver could sustain a head-on impact with the wall of 70 or 80 miles an hour. Just incredible, that type of wreck, but it was the good chassis and roll cage that allowed Ben Medina to walk away from this one. On to the Canfield Fairgrounds, where lane choice can be very critical, and Mark Hall shows us why in qualifying. The monsters compete on what is actually a pulling track. So consequently, the dirt is elevated. But watch Mark Hall as he gets over the second set of cars in the shutdown area. Off to his right, the track drops off. And it's like a sprint car going over the cushion with only 4 to 7 pounds of air in that right rear. Right there, the right rear drops down, tucks under, and the truck rolls over. As Hall ends up on his lid, there's lots of body damage, but the driver is okay. From this end-zone shot, now watch as Mark Hall clears the second set of cars. Watch off to the left as that right rear will actually drive off the edge of the track. And he starts a barrel roll. Now remember, this is a 5-ton truck, 10,000 pounds, barrel rolling like a child's toy. Well, there's a lot of body damage, but the truck was not severely damaged. In fact, Hall got back into the program and even posted a round 1 win. That exemplifies the battling spirit found at the Thunder Drags.